In this video series, we're going to talk about the HP TruClient product, which is a browser action recording tool. During the course of this series, we're going to talk about the installation of this product. We're going to use this product to record a few tests, and then we're going to take one of those tests and we're going to expand upon it using variables and looping. We're going to begin with installation. The TruClient product offers two types of installs, and we are going to go through both of them. The first install is the TruClient Lite Chrome browser extension. This extension is available for free in the Chrome Web Store, but the installation process is not the same as most Chrome extensions and does require a little tweaking to get right. We're going to work through this installation first. When we have completed that install, we will quickly work through the second install, which will be for the standalone TruClient product. So let's begin. Let's begin our installation. We're going to open the Chrome web browser, click Apps, and go to the web store. Once we're in the web store, let's do a search for TruClient, and we should only get one result. Click Add to Chrome, and wait for the installation to complete. When the installation completes, you should get a pop-up dialog like this. Copy the contents of this dialog and put it into a notepad or something that you can use a little bit later. The reason we want to do this is because the TruClient Chrome extension works by attaching a debugger to every single Chrome window and tab that you have open. If Chrome is your normal default browser, this is not something that you would want to have to deal with every single time you go to surf the internet. We're going to solve this problem by following the instructions on the screen and creating a dedicated Chrome profile through which we will run the TruClient product. We've copied these instructions already, so let's close these windows and open our notepad. If we read the note that we copied from the Chrome extension installer, we're going to see that we need to create a new folder on our machine that this dedicated Chrome profile will use. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start by clicking on the computer, clicking on your C drive, and then clicking the new folder button. Let's call this folder TruClient. Let's press enter to go into it and copy the address bar up here. We're going to put that in our notepad because we're going to need that in a few seconds. Now that we've created our folder, we have almost everything that we need from step 2. The last thing we need to do is copy this line from step 2. You'll notice in the instructions it says that we should replace new profile directory with the folder on our machine that we created for our dedicated Chrome profile. That's why we pasted this down here. Let's copy that and replace this with the path to the folder that we just created. Now that we have all this information, we're ready to create our shortcut. Click Start, choose All Programs, find Google Chrome in the list, right-click on it, choose Send to, Desktop Create Shortcut. Now that we have our extension on the desktop, let's go back over to our notepad and copy this line that we created at the very bottom. Once you've copied that, right-click on the shortcut, choose Properties, find the target box, move your cursor to the very end, do not change anything else that's already in the target box, and paste what you've just copied. Click OK. While we're here, let's also rename this so that we don't confuse it in the future. Now that we're done jumping through all those hoops, let's go ahead and finish up the TruClient install. Double-click a shortcut you just created. The first time you open this, you may be asked to log into Chrome. Just click No Thanks. Also, you'll notice you'll get this yellow warning up here. Just click X to ignore that. We're going to go back to the apps, go back to Web Store, and we're going to look for TruClient again. Once it's there, add to Chrome and add the extension. This time, when the pop-up comes up, we're going to expand it and we're going to tell it this is the dedicated profile I will run TruClient from. And we'll click Install. And that's it. Now we're done. Now we see we have the TruClient Lite application over here to the left with our web browser over here to the right. We're finally ready to begin to use this tool. Now that we've completed the install for the TruClient Chrome extension, let's wrap up by walking through the steps to acquire the Standalone tool. Open a web browser and do a search for TruClient Standalone Installer. I found this to be the most direct way to get to the actual installer on HP's website. The first link here should be the one that you're looking for. Notice that it says TruClient Standalone. Click that link and scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a link here for Download TruClient Standalone. Once you get to this page, you'll scroll down a little bit further, and you're going to want to download the larger of the two files first. One thing to know, in order to get these files, you're going to require an account with HP. Either fill out this form if you don't have an account, or log in if you do. Once you're able to obtain the installer, just work through it the same way you would any installer you've ever encountered before. One thing to note though, by default this wants to install into ctemp. That's normally not a good idea, so you might want to find a different location on your computer. Perhaps program files, or even in the root of your C drive would be better. Just keep clicking next as you need to get through the rest of this installer. Eventually you'll get to this screen, at which point you're almost done. The installation is finally complete and we're ready to go.